Okay, the Hearthstone community usually doesn't agree on much, but the general consensus is that Big Priest is an annoying, degenerate deck. And yeah, I do have to agree. But is it because it's just annoying to face and repeatedly having to kill the same minions over and over is frustrating? Or is it that it's an actual viable deck? Let's see how well it can do in high ranks. So, this is the deck I'm going to be using. It's the same one I used in the main Big Priest guide I made, but here's just the basics. You have your Shadow Essence to cheat out minions, you have early game removal with Spirit Lash, Penance, all of those, Breath of the Infinite, you have your Shadow Visions to get your Shadow Essence, and you just have your big boys, Blood of Cahoon, your Scrapyard Colossus, Vargoth to repeat all of your resurrect effects when he dies, like Mass Resurrection. You just flood the board, and then your whole win condition is set up around getting a Mass Dispel when you have a full board up. So, now with that out of the way, let's begin with the first game. So, game 1 began, and I was against a Paladin, so naturally I assumed it was Odd Paladin, and what do you know, it was. Now, initially this would be a bad matchup, but with a starting hand like that, I knew I had this in the bag. And yeah, I did. I dominated the whole game. I wasn't drawing good stuff. I had a lot of board clears in my hand which I couldn't utilize due to all the divine shields, but I was able to cheat out my minion. I did get a Scrapyard Colossus which then died, so it was in the death pool. I summoned some more, and then at that point he gave up. He knew what was happening. I think he assumed I had more resurrect effects in my hand, which I obviously didn't, but he was out of steam. He had used a lot of his good cards already, and he knew I was just going to snowball the game from there, so he conceded. And yeah, first game we won. Interestingly, the next game was actually against a Hunter, and I wasn't really sure what to expect. I was naturally assuming a more of a Death Rattle Mech Hunter like I suggested playing, but it was actually more of a Face Hunter style archetype. And again, I had a really decent starting hand. I was able to get some minions down, and when I did get my Shadow Essence, unfortunately I rolled double Vargoth. Nothing you can do there, it happens, but I was still able to survive. I had gotten so much value out of the 2 palm readings. I had like huge mana cheat, and I had those 2 extra cards I generated. And I cleared his board a few times. He didn't really do much damage to me. I was able to heal back up with my greater healing potions, and I played Gahoon, and at that point the game was over. No way he can really come back from a Gahoon on board and a Scrapyard Colossus, so I won the second game as well. After that, Mage, and yeah, I was disappointed because I knew it was going to be Secret Mage. Earlier, I had played against 7 Secret Mages in a row, and Secret Mage is Big Priest's worst matchup, but it was actually an Exodia Mage this time, which I have not seen in a long while. But I did end up losing. I will admit, I misplayed a few times. For instance, I should have picked Topsy-Turvy off of the palm reading, but nothing I can really do there, and looking back on it, even if I had picked Topsy-Turvy and killed the Doomsayer, I was still gonna lose anyway, because he had double Ice Block in his deck, the 2 extra turns. There was nothing I could really do. I had got my minions down just a turn late. I lost all my momentum. He was an Exodia deck. He was gonna OTK me anyway. Nothing you can do there. Combo decks destroy Big Priest. Yeah, I lost this game. Fine, I'll accept it. Unfortunately, I can't show the game after that. The footage got corrupted for some reason, but I'll tell you this much. It was against a Pirate Kingsbane Rogue, and I did lose. They just got their stuff. They got their Nitro Boost poisons, deadly poisons, all of that. I didn't get a Shadow Essence. I just had to stall for as long as possible, and in the end, they just had more tempo than me. I could never end up getting a minion down in the end, and I lost. That's fine, though. Pirate Kingsbane Rogue is a losing matchup in general, so I was okay with that. Now we faced our second Pirate Kingsman Rogue in a row, and this time things went much differently. I had drawn 2 Shadow Essences, which is obviously insanely lucky, and yeah, I won. I just had my giant Scrapyard Colossuses down. He didn't have sap, I guess, so we couldn't remove them, and I purposely killed one off to resurrect it. And yeah, at that point he knew he wasn't coming back, and I won the next game. The fate we've been avoiding, playing a Secret Mage. Yeah, we lost. What a surprise. It's our worst matchup. I swear I think I go like 1-6 against Secret Mage. Nothing you can do, even if you get minions down like I did, they just have the burn to kill you. It's frustrating, nothing you can do. I really just hope they nerf Secret Mage. I hate playing against that deck. It's fine though, we'll bounce back. Again, facing another aggro deck, but this time Pirate Warrior, and wait, the game's already done? Yeah, I just won on turn 2. I cleared his board. I guess he had nothing in his hand, no way to regain the tempo, but yeah, that was quick, I guess. Sure, I'll take the win though. Now, this next match is something I've been looking forward to. A Big Priest mirror, and in this case, it was the old version of Big Priest he was running versus the new one I was. And yeah, I won this game. What a surprise. There's a reason Big Priest has evolved a lot since running Ragnaros and Obsidian statues. You just need more tempo nowadays, and what gives you that is things like Scrapyard Colossus and Gahoons. They just summon more minions. When they die, they still have value with the 7/7 Scrapyard Colossus summon. And yeah, in the end I just won. I used my Master Spell combo face, and that was it. The game after that was against the second Pirate Warrior for that day, and it just went the same as the usual. I healed up, I cleared his board, I got a big minion down, and then he just conceded. Same old, just usual Big Priest stuff. The next game was super weird though. It was actually an odd hunter, which I was no way expecting. And yeah, I did actually lose this one. It was a mix of him having really good cards and just him catching me off guard. I wasn't really expecting just the high damage Odd Hunter really has. And even though I did get my minions down, he was able to just push that damage face and smork me in the end. For our final game, what better match to end it on than yet another Big Priest mirror? And yeah, this game was long and grindy. We were both playing hard, we had multiple mass reses on both sides, we had full boards, we were countering each other, and we were just waiting till one of us got the final mass dispel combo. And in the end, yeah, it was me who top decked it in fact. Even though he had a Sphere of Sapience, I just got lucky. So, I won that game, and yeah, in general, as we can see, Big Priest does pretty well. Well, yes, like, Diamond 5 to Diamond 7 isn't the highest ranks. I'm sure most people are watching this are generally around those ranks, and this is just a good gauge on how well Big Priest does. And for the future, I see Big Priest staying around and getting a whole lot better. I see a lot of the top decks right now getting nerfed, and I don't think Big Priest will be one of them. Secret Mage for sure will get nerfed. Pirate Kingsbane Rogue will for sure get nerfed, and Reno Lock I think will just get hit in a small way. So just in general, the three main decks that Big Priest struggles with a lot of the time are going out. They're just going to get hit, they're going to lose a lot of the popularity, and I think Big Priest will go right into a tier 1 deck. So if you want to craft Big Priest, I have no objections. I think it's going to be a strong deck, and I only see it getting stronger in the future. Z-Dude out.